Hi, I'm Mark Romley, and today I wanted to chat to you about mobility and relieving hip pain or hip tightness. So as runners, what I often find and see is that runners usually get tight up around that hip. Usually it's one side more so than the other. And the result there sometimes is knee pain, but the cause is usually not utilising our glutes enough. So what we want to do, and what I'll show you today, is 3 mobility exercises that you can utilise to really try to free up those muscles around that hip so you've got a little bit more range there, and you can start to utilise those glutes a little bit better. So one is we take our broomstick. What I like to do, which I don't have at the moment, is put a tennis ball over the top of this. So you've got a little bit more surface area there. You just put that into the wall and then just slowly point that into our psoas. So it's just above the hip there. Now our psoas runs basically into the spine, into the top of our hip, and also down into our leg as well. So it's a muscle that's quite deep. But with this one, because obviously pressing also into that lower abdominal area, is just be really cautious with this one and just don't go too deep, and just slowly sit in there and find areas that are tight so you can release those off. Another way you can do that is just with a ball and lying face down on the ground and just working that into that area right down and around there. Now our next area that we want to focus on to relieve some of this hip flexor tightness is our adductors. So I like to use a roller that has some notches on it like that, because we're just going to lie down on the ground and just slowly work in to the top of those adductors. So spend a bit of time there, sort of flossing through that adductor area there and releasing those off. Finally, we've got our TFL. So what we want to do there is lying sideways down on the ground and putting our body weight down, and it's just that muscle runs right into ITB there, so hitting TFL and trying to release that off. So it's down like that, and then just in there. So if you get a lot of problems with hip flexor tightness, particularly on your long runs, you might find that after you've gone through maybe a competition type race, you find you're really tight through that hip flexor. Then try those 3 mobility exercises. Do them as much as possible, and always try to keep up that prehab for the glutes, so glute activation exercises. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week.